Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, a little update from the Ukrainian front, and I would like to point out to the title of this article that I'm going to discuss. I have actually one article from the Ukrainians, and I have a map from the Russians. And the Russians did not update their front update or the war. I'm talking about Sputnik. That's my problem with Sputnik. So, Ukrinform. Now, listen to this. Russians tried to carry out assaults in 7 sectors. So, who's trying? Remember, according to the Ukrainians, the Russians tried, but they were unsuccessful. Well, I don't think so, but let's see what these guys tell us. Russian troops tried to carry out unsuccessful assaults in the Kupiansk, Liman, Bakhmut, Avdiivka, Marinka, Shakhtarsk, and Zaporozhye sectors. Zaporozhye, remember, is where the Ukrainians supposedly are conducting that counteroffensive. So let's see where these points are. Here is the map of Ukraine with the hostilities right here. So, maybe like this. We have, starting from here, from Kupiansk, is right here. Let's make it bigger. So this is Kupiansk. Then we got Liman down here, Krasny Liman. Then we have Bakhmut, which is over here, Artemovsk. And then from here we go to Avdiivka, Marinka, Shakhtarsk, and then Zaporozhye. Nothing in Kherson. Supposedly in Kherson, the Ukrainians crossed the Dnieper River with 3, I can't remember, were regiments, not battalions, regiments. I think I made a video yesterday with all the evidence, pictures provided by Zelensky himself. And I also provided some pictures from me, from Kherson. Just kidding, but I posted some pictures as well to show you. If you are to believe Zelensky's pictures, then you should believe my pictures too. Okay? So, nothing happens here according to Ukrainians. The Russians tried only here, on this right here. The Fertile Crescent. Now, the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine said this in a post on Facebook. And I'm quoting, Ukraine's defense forces continue to conduct an offensive operation in the Melitopol sector. Melitopol sector is this right here in Zaporozhye region. So Melitopol sector is right here. They tried Melitopol and Berdyansk. They tried to attack here and here so they can cut the Russians in two. So they seem to continue that dead counterattack, counteroffensive. So Ukraine's defense forces continue to conduct an offensive operation in the Melitopol sector, an offensive assault that actions in the Bakhmut sector, inflicting losses in manpower and equipment on the occupying forces and depleting the enemy along the entire front line. So, they say they attack here, right here, and in Bakhmut right here in this area. This is where supposedly they are trying to break the front. I don't know if they're gonna, I think this guy just, but whatever, let's read what they say. Throughout the day, Ukrainian aircraft launched 6 strikes on areas where enemy personnel were concentrated. Now, compare that with the Second World War. We had 6 strikes on areas. Imagine the Germans, the Wehrmacht, would have reported that to Adolf. Allow us to report that we got 6 strikes today in Kursk region or whatever. Yeah. They would be sent to a concentration camp on the spot. Units of the rocket forces struck a Russian command center, an area of concentration of personnel, weapons and military equipment, an artillery piece, and an ammunition depot. Some 64 combat clashes took place across the front on Saturday. The enemy launched 5 missile strikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gone. You go to the concentration camp too. The enemy launched 5 strikes, missile strikes, 5. 58 airstrikes and 33 MLRS attacks on the positions of Ukrainian troops and settlements. According to the General Staff, about 20 Russian service members from the 144th Motor Rifle Brigade of the Russian Armed Forces, who voluntarily left their combat positions, deserted in the area of the settlements of Krynky in the Kherson region. So they talk about Kherson now, right here. So they say they just ran away from Kherson area, my friends. That's it, Krynky. This is a Russian map. I don't see Krynky. I know only Kinky, but not Krynky. Because these guys, the Ukrainians and the Russians have, right here, Krynky. They have different names like Bakhmut and Artemovsk. Bakhmut by the Ukrainians, Artemovsk by the Russians. Krynky right here, man. This is Krynky. So happy to meet you. Battle group Dnieper hammered Ukrainian troops. 32 Ukrainian soldiers were killed. So this is from yesterday, the 17th, the Russians report. But now, just so you know where it's at, not like that. But anyway, just so you know where it's at, it's right here. Right here. Kherson is here, according to the Ukrainians. The General Staff noted the Russian invaders continued to rob the civilian population. What, are you French now? Are you Napoleon's troops? In Ukraine and appropriate the grain harvest of civilians. In the city of Berdyansk, Zaporozhye region, the so-called Russian authorities are trying to take stolen wheat to its ports by barge. Well, I don't think you want to do that with the people that are your people. Because, first, I don't believe that, but just for the sake of saying something, I don't think you do that to your own people like that, because they will shoot you in the back. You want to win the population over there, why would you rob them? Makes no sense, but who says it needs to make sense? That's for about the 13-year-old person, all this. Yeah, they are looting. Yes, there are people who are looting. Yeah, they are robbing. But there are people who rob, but then there are an entire army. It's not impossible if you look at Soviet Union. And hey, Ukraine was part of the Soviet Union. Yeah, I'm talking about the Second World War. Anyway, here it is, my friends. The Russians tried to attack. What's the word they used here? Carry out assaults in seven sectors. And they were pushed back. At least they tried, right? Well, you get an F for winning. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.